Investigation into the discovery of classified documents dating from President Joe Biden's time as vice president is, quote, ongoing. That's according to a spokesperson for the special counsel leading the probe. Documents were discovered at a think tank in Washington and also at a home belonging to the president in Delaware. This comes as congressional Republicans have subpoenaed Hunter Biden's former business partner. The House Oversight Committee is investigating the Biden family over their business dealings. CBS News senior investigative correspondent Catherine Herridge is following all this for us from Washington and joins us now. So, Catherine, where is the investigation into then Vice President Biden's handling of classified documents at current?
Well, just as some background, Vlad, you'll remember that the special counsel, Robert Hur, was appointed in January of this year to look into the potential mishandling of classified information or wrongful retention of national defense information or classified information. As you mentioned in the lead-in, the special counsel's office is telling CBS News that that review of the documents is ongoing. Separately, I spoke with the ODNI. This is the Office for the Director of National Intelligence, the nation's top intelligence official, and asked whether they're doing a risk assessment or damage assessment similar to what they've done with the Trump documents. They've been relatively silent on this issue, and they referred me back to the Justice Department. But the reason that question matters, and congressional Republicans have raised it many times, is they just want to understand whether these document cases in terms of the risk assessment, the damage assessment, is the same for the Trump records as well as these Biden records.
Okay, so now on to Hunter Biden. House Republicans have subpoenaed Hunter Biden's former business partner, Devon Archer is his name, demanding that he sit for a deposition. What is the latest that you're hearing on that, and why do they want to hear from him?
Well, Anne-Marie, Devon Archer, if he gives a deposition to the House Oversight Committee, this will be the most high-profile witness they've had give testimony because he's really a Biden family insider. He was a former business partner of Hunter Biden during this critical window of 2014 to 2016 when Hunter Biden sat on the board of this Ukraine energy firm called Burisma. Devon Archer also sat on that board, so he has a first-hand account of how those business deals worked. At that time, it's been widely reported Hunter Biden received a monthly stipend, if you will, of about $50,000. And what matters here is the timing, because at that point, then Vice President Joe Biden was deeply involved in Ukraine policy. So the question is whether there was a conflict of interest or whether this was an effort to sort of enrich Hunter Biden and other members of his family through his father's position. The White House has said consistently that Republicans can't point to any evidence that there were direct policy decisions that related in a favorable way and somehow connected to Hunter Biden's business dealings.
So does the indictment, Catherine, of former President Trump create more pressure for the Justice Department to go after President Biden?
Well, Vlad, I always, in these situations, think the best way to strip out the politics is to look at the timeline. In this case, when we look at the Trump documents case, we see that on June 5th, the Trump attorneys had their meeting at the Justice Department. That meeting is kind of the final stop before an indictment is unsealed. It's the defense's chance to say, we don't think you should go forward. It's the chance for the prosecutor to say, like, we've got the goods, and unless you come testify to the grand jury or you're willing to cooperate or cut a deal, we're proceeding. And that's exactly what happened here. The indictment was unsealed just days later on June 9th. You compare that to what happened in the Hunter Biden case. His lawyers met with the Justice Department April 26th, last week of April, and still we've had no decision from the U.S. Attorney in Delaware, David Weiss, as to whether there will be a formal charging decision, whether there's going to be a plea agreement in that case, or whether it's going to result in closing the case altogether. I've spoken with former Justice Department officials who've done these tax investigations, and a simple tax investigation and a gun case just doesn't take 5 years. And we know through our reporting here at CBS News that the Hunter Biden probe really began as early as 2018.
Man, that is some fascinating stuff. Catherine, thank you very much.
You're welcome.